can't be matched around the nation.
Do you want more recognition for your team?
Who should I ask if I have any problems? How can I share my ideas?
How can you get involved and make it yours? Joining Student Athlete Advisory Committee allows your voice to be heard.
The mission of SAC is to enhance the total student athlete experience by promoting opportunity, protecting welfare, and fostering a positive image. Who is SAC?
SAC members are student athletes supporting other student athletes. SAC members vote on rules, partner with great organizations such as Make-A-Wish and Team Impact, and build pride on campus and in the community.
There are 3 different levels of SAC to get involved in. At the campus level, there are 307 Division II institutions that sponsor SAC. Each campus SAC is led by an athletic administrator and a committee made up of student athletes from a variety of athletic teams.
There are 24 Division II conferences, each with their own conference SAC. The representatives share best practices, success stories, and new ideas that can be brought back to each campus SAC.
The National SAC is made up of 1 student athlete from each of the 24 Division II conferences. These student athletes are your voice and are charged with the responsibility of relaying the overall student athlete voice for the division.
Your voice has value.
Get involved.
Take ownership in your experience.
Leave a legacy.
Make it yours!
Enough.
Yeah, I'm over it.
We shouldn't need commercials to tell you we're powerful.
No thanks.
Genders don't play sports. Athletes do.
It's on us to stop sexual assault.
In any way that we can.
To get a friend home safe.
To never blame the victim.
It's on us.
To stand up.
To make our community safe for all.
It's on us.
It's on us to look out for each other at parties.
It's on us.
To be more than just a bystander.
To step up and say something.
It's on us, all of us.
To stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Heartland Conference. Get in the game. Heartland Conference. Get in the game.
Defining moments. Championship dreams. Share the experience with your family and friends. The 2017 NCAA Division II Women's Basketball Championships, March 21st, 22nd, and 24th at Alumni Hall in Columbus, Ohio. Visit ncaa.com/tickets for your tickets today.
Sportsmanship is defined as the conduct and attitude of participants in sports, especially when considered commendable, as in fair play, courtesy, and grace in winning or losing.
Sportsmanship is a key value found within St. Edward's University Athletic.
How do you play?
Fairness.
Honesty.
Respect.
Playing sports gives us
Character.
Friendship.
Strength. Respect the players.
Respect the coaches.
Respect the officials.
respect the game.
We are.
We are.
We are.
We are St. Edward's University.
We respect the game. It's not whether you win or lose, it's how you play the game.
When you meet a St. Mary's graduate, when you meet anybody that has any sort of involvement with St. Mary's, you'll see that they're all good people. In fact, they're great people that care about the community, that care about what they do on a daily basis. And I'm proud to have had the opportunity to attend a university that cares so much about community, about students, and really does give back in a way that can't be matched around the nation.
At Rogers State University, we keep things personal.
It all starts here.
We make sure our graduates get the most out of their education.
RSU has campuses in Claremore, Bartlesville, and Pryor, with on-campus housing and a wide variety of programs to suit your needs.
It all starts here.
Rogers State University.
I knew I would earn my degree from a great school. But I never imagined this experience. It's changed the way I think about my future and transformed how I see my world.
Defining moments. Championship dreams. Share the experience with your family and friends. The 2017 NCAA Division II Men's Basketball Elite 8, March 22nd, 23rd, and 25th at the Sanford Pentagon in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Visit ncaa.com/tickets for your tickets today.
At Newman University, you'll receive more than just a degree. You'll receive a degree of merit, a degree of character, a degree of difference. Learn more at newmanu.edu.
I'm getting a lot for my money here at LCU.
The value of coming to LCU is priceless. I mean, you get to work around professionals who love you dearly, who love what they're doing, and to put those two together, you can't put a price on it.
I think the most valuable thing about LCU is that I'm receiving an excellent education, but I'm also being spiritually guided through that education.
If a student is on the fence about coming to LCU, this place is one that will change your life forever.
Believe, belong, be blue at Lubbock Christian University.
We open our arms to students from around the corner and from around the world.
No matter where we're from, all Dust Devil student athletes play for the love of our sport, the love of our team, and the love of our university. If you can play here, you can play.
If you can play,
you can play.
Om du kan spela, så kan du spela.
Si můžeš hrát, můžeš hrát.
Si puedes jugar, puedes jugar.
If you can play, you can play.
I came here to get my degree at a great school. Along the way, I worked at an orphanage in India and taught school in Peru. It's changed how I look at the world and how I see my future.
Newman University in Wichita. Newman is a family that comes together to excel in the classroom and on the field. As the only private NCAA Division II university in Kansas, our student athletes are uniquely prepared for success beyond college. Newman University, empowering graduates to transform society.
Defining moments. Championship dreams. Share the experience with your family and friends. The 2017 NCAA Division II Men's Basketball Elite 8, March 22nd, 23rd, and 25th at the Sanford Pentagon in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Visit ncaa.com/tickets for your tickets today.
He is the God who sees me. He knows who I am becoming and who I will one day be. The kingdom of God. This is no small stake. With all my heart, mind, and strength, I will answer the call.
The first step to discovering the world starts by discovering who you are and who God created you to be. You have the potential to change the world by learning how to serve the world. We can show you how. Dallas Baptist University, developing servant leaders, transforming lives.
This is the you that goes beyond a bachelor's degree. This is the International U, Texas A&M International University. Learn how to take your talents further at tamu.edu.
Whoever you are, whoever you want to be, find your future with us. We are UAFS.
This is the 15th annual Heartland Conference Tournament live from Tulsa, Oklahoma, inside the Union Multi-Purpose Activities Center. It's now time to turn our attention to the men's side of the bracket. And the number 3 seed, the University of Arkansas Fort Smith Lions, lace them up against the 6th seed, the Hilltoppers from St. Edwards. Welcome back to the UMAC, everybody. Corey Riggs, Drew Brent, Jose Harbor. The gang is all here. Our JBM Productions team ready to start day 2 on the men's basketball side of the bracket with this 3-6 matchup. And Drew, these young men have got a tall order in front of them. We just saw the highest scoring women's basketball game in Heartland Conference history.
It was an incredible game to call. Honored that we got to be a part of that one. Nearly 200 points between the two teams. Absolutely incredible. And yes, they have a tough act to follow, but I will tell you this. You know what? JBM gets right in the big middle of the action, and that's what you just saw there. But let me go ahead and talk about this Fort Smith team. This is going to be a team that I feel like is going to be quite explosive. We talked about Seth Youngblood in the previous game. He is first team all-conference, should be an explosive player, and he's not the only one with all-conference honors, as Alex Cooper was honorable mention. And this is a team that has won 10 of their last 11 games. Their last loss came from Texas A&M International way back on January the 28th, and that was a 1-point loss. So this is a team that has found their mojo. This is a team that's found their momentum, and they are rolling in to the conference championship tournament.
This is a team riding a 7-game win streak into the tournament, winners of 10 of their last 11, and oh, by the way, finished in a 3-way tie for the regular season championship with both Dallas Baptist University, Texas A&M International. Hilltoppers a little bit different entry into this postseason tournament, Drew. They've lost 5 of their last 6, kind of backing into the postseason, not the way most coaches, let alone their head coach, Andre Cook, want to end the regular season.
Not at all. As a matter of fact, if you take a look at the last 2 losses, they were relatively lopsided in scoring, 85-93. I know that's only 8 points, 91-80, but still this is a team that has been known for shooting. This is a team that's known for offense. And then you look at a loss to St. Mary's, 84-86 in overtime, and then 90-96 against this very team way back on the 18th.
Jeff Malum, Jeff Campbell, and Ryan Huber, the men in stripes for this one. UAFS in their whites, trimmed in navy, navy and gold for the Hilltoppers from St. Edwards. Tip fought for, Lions have it, and they will get the first crack at the offensive basket. The GOAT has arrived. We have mascots in the building. It's the first time all day we've had a mascot sighting as we get to work here. This offense averages over 70 points a game. They go down low, a point-blank shot rattles out for Ladarius Coleman. Rebound controlled by the Hilltoppers.
Corey McKendry was in perfect position to pick up that rebound. Nearly lost his handle on it, but the Hilltoppers are able to maintain possession.
St. Edwards, they'll get a stop and pop here. No good that time. The release from Sean Watkins. Both teams unable to connect on their first offensive possession. A little mishandle that time by Seth Youngblood. See if he can get the scoring started. He drops a dime on the outside. The 3 ball won't go. Rebound controlled by the all-conference honorable mention for St. Edwards, John Gramlich.
Go ahead.
Gramlich sends it back around the outside. Ramir Burton, you want to talk about guys that know how to fill up a stat sheet. He misses his first time up. Rebound controlled by Kyrie Elder.
What I was going to say there was that you were seeing the defense really trying to take away that inside shot. Initially, they were forced to shoot from the perimeter, and they didn't seem to find any comfort in that in the early going.
McKendry gets the rebound for the Hilltoppers here. We've played a minute and a half. Nobody's scored. That teardrop runner won't go. Lions, Marcus Wallace chases it down. They push the tempo now. Lady Lions liked the run in the game just before this. It's a University of Arkansas Fort Smith doubleheader here as they get to play back-to-back games. Shot clock down to 12. They try to get the ball in down low. It's kicked out. There was a touch. Should have been a touch, I thought. Instead, they say it's a backcourt violation against the Lions.
Sloppy play here in the early going. Lack of ball control, not able to move the ball around, can't find the shot. So far, both of these teams struggling to find any kind of rhythm as we await the inbounds pass.
Both these teams have had 8 days off. The Lions' last game was a win over Rogers State, 65-60. Another miss, and there's going to be a foul over the back this time. May have Corey McKendry over the back.
Well, that miss came from Ethan Gilbert. He's ranked 18th in the Heartland Conference, top 20 as far as scoring, 12.6 per game. You don't really see him miss very often.
You see Josh Newman there, 11 years now, over 200 wins in his time running the Lions. They come into this postseason tournament with a record of 20 wins against 10 losses, a 13-5 record in the Heartland Conference. Somebody's got to score right. Nope. Another point-blank miss for Kyrie Elder. Now Ryan Huber is going to slow it up here. Did somebody interfere with the shot?
2.5 minutes in, and no points on the board so far.
Say the foul is on 5 against Brett Jolly, number 5, a 6'9" junior from South Lake, Texas. South Lake, Texas, a big sports venue in the Texas area. Great names like former Mizzou quarterback, came out of South Lake Carroll, Texas. That's a high school program with just a lot of successful players making the transition to the college and the pro level. And here we get to see another one, Brett Jolly, but now the officials having to get together, see whether or not they've got this call right. All day long, Drew, we've seen these officials. You know, you take the opportunity that you've got from the being able to have official review here by having all these cameras on hand.
Well, here's the fact of the matter. This conference tournament is going to result in postseason play for somebody. And you've got to make sure that you get these calls right. And if somebody's going to the big dance out of this league, and you cannot miss these kinds of calls, you have to get them right. And that's why the officials are going to take their time, find out, and make sure that they've got the call right.
St. Edward's last year in the quarterfinal round got a victory against Texas A&M International, 84-69, and then they fell against these same Lions. The University of Arkansas Fort Smith got them in a barn burner, 82-79 in overtime here at the UMAC. Hopefully we are looking forward to as an exciting affair that will end in regulation today.
Well, I will tell you, I was on hand for that game last year, covering it as a sideline reporter, and I can tell you it was exactly that, high profile, a lot of explosion in the early going. But here's what I remember about that game. It started slow. It started very similarly to this one. Couldn't find their offensive rhythms, and so we may be destined for a repeat, a sequel, if you will, here in the tournament.
Look and see if the Hilltoppers don't go to Ramir Burton. Averages 16 points a game, over 513 points coming into this evening's contest. He is a high flyer. They go down low, kick it all the way across the baseline. Spinning is Gramlich. His shot won't go, and the Lions have the carom. Here comes Devontae Thomas. All alone was Elder out on the wing. Didn't want the three. Youngblood, they send it all the way back around the horn. This is Elder driving, splits a couple of Hilltoppers and is fouled.
6'3" freshman, Antioch, Texas. Take a look at him again right here, able to get in, break that two-man front. Not able to sink the shot, but he'll get two here.
We've got another foul on another number 5. There seems to be a trend going here. Elder at the line, puts the first one up and watches it pinball around and out. Coach Josh Newman sends in a couple of subs here. Alex Cooper checks into the ballgame. Alex Cooper, an all-conference honorable mention. Also 21, Ladarius Coleman, a 6'5" junior from Memphis, Tennessee, gets his first look. We've played 3 minutes and we finally have a point, partner. Kyrie Elder breaks the ice, and it's a 1-0 affair here in Tulsa.
Well, you know, think about it from the psychological standpoint of any of these teams that are playing in the postseason, especially in this conference tournament. You've seen these teams before, so there's a little bit of a mental game going on here, trying to find your rhythm.
Here's a rhythm shot. That time Burton misses the three. Look at the rebound, comes all the way back to him. Puts the shoulder down, drives, and is fouled. So maybe we'll get our first points on either end at the charity stripe as Ramir Burton drives the lane. Niagara Falls, New York.
I'm listening to a conversation between the official and Coach Newman here on the sideline, and Coach Newman is wanting the charging foul. He said, look, he had a shoulder down. That's a foul. I need that call.
I'm sure there's a coach on the other end of the floor that thinks the foul was perfectly justified. Burton makes them both. It's funny, it's all relative in the game of basketball, or any sport for that matter. 2-1 our score here, a slow starter. First of our men's doubleheader here tonight. A scoop and a circus shot all the way under Ladarius Coleman, showing you something fancy.
He jumped all the way from Beale Street, the Memphis, Tennessee native, able to make a big shot there.
Hilltoppers looking for an answer here.
And they found it right there, a nice little two-point jumper inside of the paint. Once again, the inside game, you can shoot all the perimeter shots you want to, but if you don't control that paint, you are not going to have much of a shot.
Ethan Gilbert gets his first two. Lions back on the attack here. Here's Elder again driving it. He goes down to the hardwood, takes a tumble. He'll have a chance to shoot two here at the free throw line.
Well, Elder got away with a little bit of a first shot there, but still able to make the momentum and try to get that shot.
We will shoot the free throws after we come back. St. Edwards has a 1-point lead over the Lions from the University of Arkansas. Fort Smith, we're watching all the action live on the Heartland Conference Sports Network.
The first step to discovering the world starts by discovering who you are and who God created you to be. You have the potential to change the world by learning how to serve the world. We can show you how. Dallas Baptist University, developing servant leaders, transforming lives.
A couple of the replays from the early going, you see that circus move by Coleman on one end, the answer by Gilbert on the other end, both 21 scoring for their respective clubs. Slow shooting start tonight. St. Edwards 1 of 7. University of Arkansas, Fort Smith 1 of 5 as we come out of the first break.
Reminiscent of game one that we called earlier today here, partner, when you just couldn't find your shot. But a lot of times, here's what you have to understand is that when you can't find that shot, you can't catch fire. It's because you haven't had the fundamentals established. As he misses the first one, you've not been able to find your interior game. You've not been able to find anything from the paint. These two defenses have been very good at eliminating the inside shot. If you can get that inside shot when they start defending well, you open up the perimeter and he makes the second one.
Free throw goes. Score knotted up at 4 here. 2 points here in the early going for Kyrie Elder. The Lions send in Dalton Glapier.
And this is a team that knows how to score as Fort Smith. 104, 102, 102 on 3 different occasions, twice against Oklahoma Panhandle, mind you.
They definitely had their number this year. 3 ball on the way, and it rattles around and falls through. That's Sean Watkins for 3.
Sean Watkins, the 5'10" junior out of Frisco, Texas, Wakeland High School product, hits the tray ball from downtown.
Ranked 5th in the Heartland Conference in assists per games and a pretty good 3-point shooter as well. Wow, spin move, throw it outside. That's a 3 if it goes, but it doesn't for Alex Cooper. Rebound controlled by the Hilltoppers. They want to run. Grambling, the feed over to James Taylor. No friendly bounce on the rim that time for James Taylor. I can tell your wheels are spinning on that one as Devontae Thomas drops 2 on the other end. It's a 7-6 game.
You just wait till he drops that tray ball. We've got a call on it.
No. St. Edwards, they give the ball to Burton. He'll go ahead and back it out here.
Amir Burton, 6'2" senior, Niagara Falls, leads the team and 4th in the Heartland Conference in scoring. This gentleman knows how to put the ball in the hoop.
Bramlett got an offensive rebound, but then his pass was taken away. Running the other way is Alex Cooper, and Bramlett gets him with the body for his first personal foul. That's the 4th team foul on St. Edwards. They've got the 1-point advantage. Arkansas Fort Smith with the ball here. Cooper, good feed down low, good finish by his teammate Ladarius Coleman.
It's a 7-6 game. You start to think that maybe a little bit of momentum, a little run, kind of start to pick the pace up a little bit, try to find that transition game. Either one of these teams can break it open here.
Lions have the lead 8-7 as they go down low now. They're looking for steps there. They won't get the call. Ball fought for. It's like a volleyball match breaks out. Who touched it last? It's going to stay on this end. Got to stop in the action. Let's bring in the third member of our broadcast team, Jose Harbor.
Thanks, guys. I was listening to the timeout for University of Arkansas Fort Smith. Coach was pretty animated, wanted his guys to liven up a little bit. Wants someone to put a body on somebody for a rebound. Thinks they're getting too many rebounds, and telling his team, telling his players, look, we're out there to score. Don't be trying to draw any fouls. Just go to the basket. Let's get some points, guys.
Thank you, Jose. During Jose's report, Gramlich dropped a three down, his 61st three-pointer of the season. And the pendulum just kind of keeps swinging back and forth. St. Edwards now with the 1-point lead, 9-8.
1 for 2 from behind the arc for John Gramlich, and you would have to expect that a young man who knows how to score, ranks 10th in the Heartland Conference in points per game. You can get the ball in his hands with a hot hand, he's going to be able to put some points on the board.
Burton drives, uses the glass, it won't go. Nice shot with the left hand, but he can't get it to fall. Here come the Lions. Marcus Wallace drives, throws it out to a teammate. Pull-up jumper will not go. Good look, though, for Glapia.
New Orleans, Louisiana native, had a good look, had good form, just couldn't get the shot to fall.
A 6'8" sophomore, another three. That time, Gramlich not as lucky. 1 for 3 from downtown now, and look at that! A wing and a prayer for Alex Cooper, and it goes.
Absolutely incredible. He is airborne, he hits the dirt, still able to make that shot. Sacrifice your body in conference play because you're trying to move on and not go home.
That's just, I think I have contact. I'm looking to shoot free throws. He throws it up and it still goes. Wallace with the rebound, and look, a little more showtime for Mr. Cooper.
Alex Cooper is breaking ankles out there, and that's the way that we were talking about. That's the momentum. You hear the sideline right beside me, and they are talking, they are yelling, they are chanting. This is the momentum swing that Fort Smith needed.
Cooper with 4 points on back-to-back possessions. He knocks that out of bounds on a good defensive play. Mr. Cooper putting on a show here in Tulsa. His Lions lead it 12-9. We'll be back in just a minute.
Defining moments. Championship dreams. Share the experience with your family and friends. The 2017 NCAA Division II Men's Basketball Elite 8, March 22nd, 23rd, and 25th at the Sanford Pentagon in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Visit ncaa.com/tickets for your tickets today.
If you're the band Europe, you love a final countdown. It's what you do. If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
Well, somebody brought their, what do they call those, the fat heads? Yeah. Brought it. Somebody's going to have a reason to put that up in the air here in a little bit. A good start to this one as the University of Arkansas Fort Smith leads St. Edwards 12-9 quarterfinal Friday here in Tulsa. As we continue on here in the Heartland Conference Tournament, Corey Riggs and Drew Brent. Jose Harbor on the sideline as well. Here's Burton driving and charging. That's the offensive foul on a young man with 1,704 points, 4th all-time in St. Edwards scoring history, and that time did not control the body. The bodies hit the floor and were going the other way.
Well, it was really just a drowning pool of contact down there at the bottom because you couldn't, he lost complete control of his body, especially when you're in that double team. You are not going to be able to not draw that charge.
Wow, a nice putback. A great job. Brett Jolly standing up high, gets the tip back in through the cylinder. Jolly's first 2 points of the night.
It's still a 5-point ball game. I mean, You felt the momentum between the media timeout sort of hurt the Lions really as the pendulum was swinging the other way.
Gramlich for three, leaves it short. That one will bounce out of bounds right in front of the Lions bench. It'll be their ball here, 11:16 to play. And a change in the lineup now for head coach Andre Cook as he'll sit number 2, Landon Gosling, pardon me.
Like Ryan.
Just like that. Number 21, Ethan Gilbert, checks back into the ball game as well. Haven't seen La La Land. I'm good.
Nor have I.
Marcus Wallace walks it up for the Lions. See if Alex Cooper continues the show that he had before the media timeout. Oh, look at that. Ball just tapped out. No, they say he lost the handle on it. Marcus Wallace trying to get a little too fancy, turns the ball over to the Hilltoppers.
I think that Coach Newman would really like to see his team pick up the pace, but he doesn't want to make silly mistakes. They've been able to make some play in transition throughout the year. You can do that, you can get a lead.
Hilltoppers looking for another three-ball money. It's John Gramlich again from 3.
Points per game, ranked 4th in free throw percentage. This guy knows how to shoot. Drops one.
Looking for the answer. The Lions have it. They turn to their first team all-conference superstar, Seth Youngblood, and he snaps the net.
Just a hop, skip, and a jump away from Roland, Oklahoma, his hometown, and he drops another tray ball from deep.
Seth Youngblood knocks it down, looking for an answer of the Hilltoppers, and Ethan Gilbert has it. Gilbert with 4 points now. Both teams running and gunning here. The Lions, Devontae Thomas through the lane. He leans back, but he can't will it into the cylinder. Rebound controlled by Gilbert.
Devontae Thomas, a Tulsa native. He's from right here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Probably should have tried to find a way to dish that out. Didn't quite have the shot that he wanted.
Three ball from the outside. You just can't leave anybody open tonight. Youngblood out on the corner defensively, but Gramlich beats him to the spot and gets it through.
It's that sweet spot there on the wing, trying to hit that three ball. And once again, you saw John Gramlich just pop, lock, and drop it from the wing.
8 points so far for that young man. Nice little head fake here. They get the charge, they did. Offensive foul called against Brett Jolly. That's his second personal, the team's third foul here in the first half. A lot of conversation about this one as Anjan Vasiljevic checks in, a 6'4" sophomore from Serbia.
Always be looking at the Fort Smith sideline if you're wanting some additional extracurricular entertainment. Coach Newman, he is one of these guys who is always animated, and I remember last year he was a firecracker. He's a firecracker this year. Did not like that foul call.
Never a dull moment when you get to sit this close to the floor. No handle that time for Ethan Gilbert. He loses the ball out of bounds in this 17-all tie. Lions a chance to take the lead back here. University of Arkansas, Fort Smith had a lead of 5. It is all the way back to even. Good pass down low. Can they get a finish? No, but they will get the foul as Kyrie Elder leapt into the air. And it's Ethan Gilbert that jumped up, left his feet. That's a no-no when you're trying to play some stout defense. He picks up his second foul. So he and Jolly both with a couple in the first half of the half.
St. Edwards really has to be careful when they're allowing these players to penetrate inside the paint. It is so easy for the quickness for them to draw fouls and to not mean to. You have to really watch your positioning, watch your fundamentals underneath, or you'll be in foul trouble early.
Sean Watkins breaks the tie. The Frisco, Texas native by way of Wakeland High School averages 8 points, 3.5 assists in 28 minutes per contest. Vasiljevic back into the ball game. Quick in, quick out, quickly back in as Coach Newman continues to make changes to his lineup, keeping fresh legs on the floor at all times. 2 points the lead now for the Lions.
Well, that's what you have when you have a deep bench. You have an opportunity to really move some people in and out. We didn't see that in the last game. We're seeing it in this one, however.
Gramlich ended up being credited with a 2, so he's 2 of 3 from outside. This, a 2 if it goes, out of the hands of Gosling, no good. Youngblood with the rebound. He's gonna stop and pop for three, too strong. Burton pulls down the carom. Offense running through John Gramlich right now, the 6'1" senior from Austin, Texas. He and Burton play a two-man game out between the circles. 8 on the clock. There's a shot, no good. Rebound controlled by Coleman. Coleman doing a good job on the glass here in the early going. Lions average 78 points per game. They're +7 on the rebound margin. They hold most opponents to 72 points or less. Baseline jumper is good. Nice shot by Glampian.
You know, Glampian, he's one of these guys that you look at him and you say, okay, wow, he's a good player. He's also a big player, 6'8" sophomore. His presence, but coupled with his shooting, he's dangerous.
Short on the three-point shot that time, a miss for Gramlich. The Lions coming the other way now. A chance to make it a 1 or a 2-point game here. They're down 4. Can't have an empty possession here. Youngblood crosses his man over. He's pestered by Gramlich. Now too many steps that time for Ethan Gilbert. Ethan Gilbert called for the travel, and that'll get us to the media timeout. With 7:08 to play, the University of Arkansas Fort Smith leads St. Edwards 21-17.
The academics at LCU, they're very strenuous, but they're worthwhile.
I would honestly say that the academics are top-notch. Being in small classrooms and getting to have those personal relationships with your professors really enhances the academic environment and academic experience. It's very easy to learn when you have professors who genuinely know you and genuinely care about your growth intellectually.
Believe, belong, be blue at Lubbock Christian University.
I'm getting a lot for my money here at LCU.
The value of coming to LCU is priceless. I mean, you get to work around professionals who love you dearly, who love what they're doing, and to put those two together, you can't put a price on it.
I think the most valuable thing about LCU is that I'm receiving an excellent education, but I'm also being spiritually guided through that education.
If a student is on the fence about coming to LCU, this place is one that will change your life forever.
Believe, belong, be blue at Lubbock Christian University.
Crowd on hand taking in all that is the 15th annual Heartland Conference basketball tournament. Hope you're enjoying watching all the live streaming action on our website, heartlandsports.org. Corey Riggs and Drew Brent. Jose Harbor will be along in a few minutes with another sideline report. St. Edwards trying to cut in to this deficit here. Ramir Burton has it between the rings. They'll go all around. He pulls up, throws it back out. 3 ball on the way. Will not go that time. James Taylor tries to connect, and there's a foul away from the ball while we've got to stop the play. Let's catch up with Jose.
Thanks, guys. I was looking up some information on St. Edwards, and the coach wants to keep the team like a family, quite literally. There are 2 sets of twins on the team. Lucas Doria and Alex Doria are both fraternal, and Matthew and Mark Patterson are identical. They also have a couple brothers on this, assistant coaches, Taylor Land and Cooper Land. They say it helps them play better, they know each other better, and they think that's really going to help them go farther in the tournament. So let's see if that turns out to be true, guys.
Thanks, Jose. They're going to add another set next year. Redshirt freshman Landon Cook, his brother Logan, is already going to be joining the team next year. So just one more to the family affair that is college basketball.
Well, call him Archie because he keeps it all in the family.
Boo.
Somebody's got to do it. Shooting the free throw here is James Taylor. Misses the first, makes the second, makes it a 1-possession game, 21-18 as we near the 6.5-minute mark here in the first half of play here at the UMAC. Marcus Wallace calls out the offense here. Motion offense, 3 on the way. It's a 2, a long 2 for Vasiljevich.
6'4" sophomore just gets up in the air and just puts it where he wants to. Great form, great technique, and a great look.
Jump shot won't go, rebound controlled by Wallace. The Lions want to run here. 23-18 the score. Wallace, no. Off the heel, rebound controlled by Burton now. He's gonna go coast to coast, draws the foul. What a great job by Ramir Burton to do the work on the other end, the defensive end, to get the rebound. Then he accelerates through the middle third of the floor, drives, will have a chance at the line here.
Well, then you Marcus Wallace on that other end, just trying to play decent defense, could not control the body and sends him to the line. And that's what we were talking about on the other end for St. Edwards earlier. You have to be able to maintain body control underneath, or you will draw the inadvertent foul every single time. It will keep games like this close until you're able to establish that paint game.
Ramir Burton, the Iron Man for the Hilltoppers, 104 career starts, his 32nd consecutive start tonight. He's connected on all 4 of his free throw attempts. And it's a 3-point game, 23-20 now. Youngblood sends the ball all the way around the perimeter. There's a foul away from the ball on number 3, that's Kyrie Elder. An offensive foul on Elder. That's his second personal, the 7th team foul. Team's pretty even on the foul stat. Lions with 7, Hilltoppers with 6. And a 3 ball would get us all tied up at 23.
Don't put it past them, they've sunk them before.
We've been tied 4 times already in this matchup. It's been a good one. Burton stripped, and that's a brave play. Elder just picked up his second foul. He takes it, and now he travels. Happy feet.
He's trying to go coast to coast with it, which was exactly right. A brave play and trying to make that happen. Goes coast to coast with it, but he just can't get it to fall. Take a look at it again.
Coach Newman sends Ladarius Coleman back into the ball game.
6 lead changes.
Brings Vasiljevic back out. And changing the pace now is Sean Watkins. Lets the air out of the ball a little bit, then they get into their half-court set. Shot from the baseline and count it. Landon Gosling, holy cow. Drive, pulled up, and forces the foul here, the and one upcoming.
Well, Dalton Glapian wanted to know what it was that he did that caused the foul, and you could see it towards the left side of your screen just as that shot went off. A little bit of a hand check, a little bit of contact. If you can hear it smack, they're going to call the foul.
The 6'2 sophomore, too strong, cannot convert the 3-point play, so it's a 1-point game. That was for the tie. You know, I always love players and fouls. It's kind of like guys in prison. You know, everybody's innocent in jail. Nobody ever commits a foul in basketball either. Long shot, pinball's out, no good. Gosling with the rebound. He's got it now here on the wing. Drives at the free throw line. Burton sends it out. The 3 ball for Taylor. Sweet baby James sends it through.
Well, I've seen fire and I've seen rain. He fired that 3 off, and it's raining tray balls.
There's a foul on the other end. Over the top that time will get us a stop here at 4:22. 25-23 now. The Hilltoppers on top.
Take a look at this again. Just beautiful form there from James Taylor. And St. Edwards takes the lead.
Taylor's 41st three-pointer of the year. He's 41 of 120. As Seth Youngblood stands at the free throw line, a chance to tie this game up. Youngblood does just that. Number 24 gives his team 25 points. It's 25 all.
Watch the defensive side over on the for Eufus right now, still trying to maintain some kind of presence to not let exactly that happen.
They were back in a 2-3 zone, but Hilltoppers broke them down. Do they have an answer? Outside, 3 ball coming, no. The putback is there, and a shove to go with it. Devontae Thomas able to reach up and pull the ball back, flip it back at the rim. He will shoot free throws in this 27-all tie after we take our last TV timeout of the first half. 27-27 Lions and Hilltoppers.
When you meet a St. Mary's graduate, when you meet anybody that has any sort of involvement with St. Mary's, you'll see that they're all good people. In fact, they're great people that care about the community, that care about what they do on a daily basis, and I'm proud to have had the opportunity to attend a university that cares so much about community, about students, and really does give back in a way that can't be matched around the nation.
Do you want more recognition for your team?
Who should I ask if I have any problems?
Enough. Yeah, I'm over it.
We shouldn't need commercials to tell you we're powerful.
No thanks. Genders don't play sports. Athletes do.
We were talking just a minute ago with our sideline reporter, Jose Harbor, about basketball at St. Edwards being a family affair. Well, basketball watching in Tulsa is just that as well, as basketball fans young and old taking in the Heartland Conference Tournament here at the UMAC. At the line, trying to close out the three-point play, Devontae Thomas. He sees it pop and drop. He gets the three-point play to go. He gives his team the one-point lead.
Back and forth the pendulum swings between the momentum on these two teams, and you have to think that at some point you need to find a way to change the pace, find some transition balls, because right now the defense underneath is good on both sides.
Ramir Burton fakes the three, drives. Will there be an offensive foul? You betcha. Burton drops the shoulder and collides with Devontae Thomas.
And
no, look, he got into Alex Cooper that time. Thomas took a tumble too.
You saw him drop the shoulder in that instant replay. It was clear.
Jose Harbor was inside the huddle for the Lions just a moment ago. Jose, what did you hear?
Well, Coach was a little less animated this time, but he did tell his players, look, you got to be more active on the ball. St. Edwards is very comfortable in their offense, and they're getting shots, obviously. They're only down by 3. He told them, if we're not active on the ball, they're going to keep getting the shots they want, and it's just going to be tougher on us for the rest of the game. So look for the defense to get a little more tight in the second half.
Alex Cooper got his 6th point of the night, and now an offensive rebound, but a foul as Seth Youngblood, 6'1", but he came flying in for the rebound, gets the foul against James Taylor. Quite a size mismatch there, 6'1", 6'5", and Youngblood will walk to the other end. We've had a number of fouls here in the first half, 10 now for the Hilltoppers, 8 for the University of Arkansas Fort Smith.
And that's what we were talking about. You'll see a lot of those fouls coming from underneath, that physical play, trying to maintain something, some semblance of offense underneath the paint. And a lot of times when you're driving hard, you will draw those fouls. That's exactly what both of these teams have done. They've not been able to establish that inside game as such. You've seen a lot of perimeter shooting. You've seen a lot of jump shots. The free throws are helping to carry.
They make 1 of 2 that time. They are 8 of 11 on the night as a team, are the Lions. Fort Smith, Burton stops his dribble, starts again, stops, starts and goes. Then the pass. Gramlich now drives, right-handed runner, too short. Rebound to Thomas. Thomas with the Jets, and he's fouled. Thomas changing the pace of this game. James Taylor, Drew, picks up fouls on back-to-back possessions here. He goes from 1 personal to 3.
3 fouls for James Taylor, and once again, you talk about the team fouls, 8 and 10 in the respective schools. And here's what you need to know: the physicality of this is only going to draw more fouls. You have to start playing a little more conservatively if you want to avoid foul trouble. We saw that in the last game, and James Taylor, before the first half is even up, has got 3.
Devontae Thomas goes 1 for 2. He is 3 of 5 on the night from the free throw line with 7 points. We get a 30-second timeout with 2.5 minutes to play until the end of the first half. And a game that has definitely been back and forth between these two teams. You go inside the numbers. St. Edwards shooting 71% from the floor, 69% from the Lions. Turnovers fairly close. The Lions have turned it over 7 times, 5 times for the Hilltoppers. And then rebounds, a 5 rebound advantage for the Lions, 19 to 14. They've got a 5-point lead and a 5-rebound lead.
What really stands out to me when you look at these statistics is the spreading out of the scoring. John Gramlich for St. Edwards leads all scorers with 8.
It is even scoring. You've got 6-4, 2-2-2, 4-7-5 all the way down the roster of the Lions. St. Edwards has the ball now. Sean Watkins puts the Hilltoppers into their offensive set. Gramlich with it, backs up. Tell they're trying to get the ball down low. They've got Corey McHenry back into the lineup, and a hard foul here on 0. Alex Cooper, a big smile on his face. He knows what happened.
You just watch this matchup between Alex Cooper and Ramir Burton, because they have been tangled up. If you saw it on the top of your screen in that play, they have been tangled up all night long. And it's a lot of fun to watch these two. Of course, Ramir Burton's coming out now. Watch him when he comes back. These two guys are scrappy. They've got chips on their shoulder, and they're getting a little chippy out there.
Ethan Gilbert from Leander, Texas. LBJ High School. Never hard to find a high school named after a former president. He snaps the net on the first one, a 12-point per game average. Ranks 18th in the Heartland Conference and scoring 4th in steals. He has started all 32 games this year, makes 2 free throws. It's back to a 1-possession game here as the University of Arkansas Fort Smith comes back to work on the offensive end of the floor. Drive, trying to create a little space. That time was Thomas, but he's fouled. I love the speed of the first step of Devontae Thomas. Once he makes his mind up and has a line through the lane, he gets there in a hurry.
You've seen that from a lot of these players. It's not just that first step, it's the moves that they have when they're executing well. These guys have basketball prowess that really starts to create some space, opens up some shots. Devontae Thomas has exemplified that tonight.
What I do not like is the 50% free throw shooting. He's 3 of 6 now. Just kind of struggling at the line. The team, the Lions, is shooting 64%, 9 of 14.
Coach Newman likes it less than you.
Yeah, I'm sure he does. I am sure of that. 33 to 29, a minute 50 to go until the halftime. Gramlich comes right in front of our broadcast position, picks up the ball and gives way to Ramir Burton. He and Gramlich play a 2-man game. Drive this time, baseline jumper, too short. They tried to use the window, it will not go. Rebound control by Glampian. And there they lose the handle. They get it right back. Glampian, the big man. Oh, it's an offensive foul.
Wow.
And there are players still down for the University of Arkansas Fort Smith. Alex Cooper slow to get up. Devontae Thomas slow to get up. But when you look at the instant replay, you realize that Ethan Gilbert got to the spot, went vertical, and held his position.
Alex Cooper's got a mouth injury, maybe a tooth. He's got blood on him.
Get a timeout here. They'll stop play. Got just probably a busted lip here on the other end. Quick medical attention for Alex Cooper, the 6'1" senior from Dallas, Texas. For those of you who don't know, the University of Arkansas Fort Smith Lions joined the Heartland in 2009. Got an all-time D2 record with over 140 wins against 93 losses. All the medical attention is done, and St. Edwards will get the rock here with a minute 20.
Watch Alex Cooper, the way he plays defense here.
You have got to chase John Gramlich here, and Cooper gets dinged for the foul. It's one thing to get a busted lip, then you turn around and get a foul. That's his second.
Well, he's just so fast. He's quick. He's explosive. He makes those steps that you were talking about on the offensive side. But on the defensive side, you see those hands up, but he is in your face. He's so quick on the trigger. It's so hard to create the separation to get your spot when Alex Cooper is guarding you.
Well, and he has got a tall order trying to guard John Gramlich, the 6'1" senior from Austin, Texas. A rare miss at the free throw line here. Both of them drew all-conference honorable mentions. When you talk about Cooper and Gramlich, it's a great game within the game to watch those two go at it.
It's just a one-on-one battles. You know that if Grambling takes that step, steps back, hits the jumper, hits the fadeaway, you know that it's going in. Whereas with Cooper, you know he's going to hit his shots. The defensive struggle there, the quickness, the explosiveness, it's a great game within a game. You're absolutely right, partner.
9 points for Grambling, 6 for Cooper. Under a minute to play now. Youngblood brings it back to reset the offense, kicks it out, 3-ball on the way is good. From way downtown, it's Onion Vasiljevich. Quick answer, look at this. Everybody was napping, and there's the putback. A point-blank miss from Lucas Doria, and his teammate picked him up.
Now Seth Youngblood is going to try to slow the pace of this down in the final seconds. There's only about a 5-second differential here, and he calls timeout.
The 6'8" sophomore, Craig Shields, comes in and just tapped that one back in to keep this at a 4-point game. We'll step aside one final time, 23 seconds until halftime here in Tulsa.
It's on us to stop sexual assault
in any way that we can.
To get a friend home safe.
To never blame the victim.
It's on us.
to stand up.
To make our community safe for all. It's on us.
It's on us to look out for each other at parties.
It's on us.
To be more than just a bystander.
To step up and say something.
It's on us, all of us.
To stop sexual assault. Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Welcome back to Heartland Conference basketball action. Corey Riggs, Drew Brent, Jose Harbor, and our JBM production team. Game 3 of another quadruple header here inside the UMAC, day 2 of the Heartland Conference postseason tournament. A 5-second difference here between the shot clock and the game clock as Seth Youngblood tries to hold for one here. Trying to hold on to a 4-point lead for the Lions. Youngblood decides to go, he misses. The offensive rebound is thrown away, and they're saying shot clock violation. Running out on the floor is the head coach, Andre Cook.
Well, Andre Cook's got a point.
The clock went away from the screen. I'm not sure if it was reset inadvertently or not. This is the type of thing you're probably going to have to take a look at on the official review. 4.6 seconds to play a 4-point game. And Andre Cook, who's been 8 years now with the St. Edward's program, a 94 graduate of Skidmore College, trying to plead his case and see whether or not the ball ever touched the rim. And we're going to have a great opportunity to know here as the official review is right next to our broadcast position. That's exactly what it's going to be. They're going to have the shot clock violation. That's going to give the Hilltoppers the ball in 5 seconds here to try and make something happen before the first 20 minutes of the half end.
Coach Cook absolutely had a point. He was right.
Bringing it up all the way. Watkins, he'll let it fly. It was good if it goes, but it did not, and that's the way the first half of play will end here. A great half between the Lions of the University of Arkansas Fort Smith and the Hilltoppers of St. Edwards in our 3-6 matchup. It's the Lions that lead 36-32. We'll be back with the second half of action after this on the Heartland Conference Sports Network.
Heartland Conference. Get in the game. Heartland Conference. Get in the game.
Defining moments. Championship dreams. Share the experience with your family and friends. The 2017 NCAA Division II Women's Basketball Championships, March 21st, 22nd, and 24th at Alumni Hall in Columbus, Ohio. Visit ncaa.com/tickets for your tickets today.
Sportsmanship is defined as the conduct and attitude of participants in sports, especially when considered commendable, as in fair play, courtesy, and grace in winning or losing.
Sportsmanship is a key value found within St. Edward's University Athletic.
How do you play?
Fairness.
Honesty.
Respect.
Playing sports gives us
Character.
Friendship.
Strength. Respect the players.
Respect the coaches.
Respect the officials.
respect the game.
We are
St. Edward's University.
We respect the game. It's not whether you win or lose, it's how you play the game.
When you meet a St. Mary's graduate, when you meet anybody that has any sort of involvement with St. Mary's, you'll see that they're all good people. In fact, they're great people that care about the community, that care about what they do on a daily basis. And I'm proud to have had the opportunity to attend a university that cares so much about community, about students, and really does give back in a way that can't be matched around the nation.
At Rogers State University, we keep things personal.
It all starts here.
We make sure our graduates get the most out of their education.
RSU has campuses in Claremore, Bartlesville, and Pryor, with on-campus housing and a wide variety of programs to suit your needs.
It all starts here.
Rogers State University.
I knew I would earn my degree from a great school. But I never imagined this experience. It's changed the way I think about my future and transformed how I see my world.
Defining moments. Championship dreams. Share the experience with your family and friends. The 2017 NCAA Division II Men's Basketball Elite 8, March 22nd, 23rd, and 25th at the Sanford Pentagon in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Visit ncaa.com/tickets for your tickets today.
At Newman University, you'll receive more than just a degree. You'll receive a degree of merit, a degree of character, a degree of difference. Learn more at newmanu.edu.
I'm getting a lot for my money here at LCU.
The value of coming to LCU is priceless. I mean, you get to work around professionals who love you dearly, who love what they're doing, and to put those two together, you can't put a price on it.
I think the most valuable thing about LCU is that I'm receiving an excellent education, but I'm also being spiritually guided through that education.
If a student is on the fence about coming to LCU, this place is one that will change your life forever.
Believe, belong, be blue at Lubbock Christian University.
We open our arms to students from around the corner and from around the world.
No matter where we're from, all Dust Devil student athletes play for the love of our sport, the love of our team, and the love of our university. If you can play here, you can play.
If you can play,
you can play.
Om du kan spela, så kan du spela.
Si můžeš hrát, můžeš hrát.
Si puedes jugar, puedes jugar.
If you can play, you can play.
I came here to get my degree at a great school. Along the way, I worked at an orphanage in India and taught school in Peru. It's changed how I look at the world and how I see my future.
Newman University in Wichita. Newman is a family that comes together to excel in the classroom and on the field. As the only private NCAA Division II university in Kansas, our student athletes are uniquely prepared for success beyond college. Newman University, empowering graduates to transform society.
Defining moments. Championship dreams. Share the experience with your family and friends. The 2017 NCAA Division II Men's Basketball Elite 8, March 22nd, 23rd, and 25th at the Sanford Pentagon in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Visit ncaa.com/tickets for your tickets today.
He is the God who sees me. He knows who I am becoming and who I will one day be. The kingdom of God. This is no small stake. With all my heart, mind, and strength, I will answer the call.
The first step to discovering the world starts by discovering who you are and who God created you to be. You have the potential to change the world by learning how to serve the world. We can show you how. Dallas Baptist University, developing servant leaders, transforming lives.
This is the you that goes beyond a bachelor's degree. This is the International You, Texas A&M International University. Learn how to take your talents further at tameu.edu.
Whoever you are, whoever you want to be, find your future with us. We are UAFS.
The first step to discovering the world starts by discovering who you are and who God created you to be. You have the potential to change the world by learning how to serve the world. We can show you how. Dallas Baptist University, developing servant leaders, transforming lives.
Defining moments. Championship dreams. Share the experience with your family and friends. The 2017 NCAA Division II Men's Basketball Elite 8, March 22nd, 23rd, and 25th at the Sanford Pentagon in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Visit ncaa.com/tickets for your tickets today.
If you're the band Europe, you love a final countdown. It's what you do. If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
The academics at LCU, they're very strenuous, but they're worthwhile.
I would honestly say that the academics are top-notch. Being in small classrooms and getting to have those personal relationships with your professors really enhances The academic environment and academic experience is very easy to learn when you have professors who genuinely know you and genuinely care about your growth intellectually.
Believe, belong, be blue at Lubbock Christian University.
I'm getting a lot for my money here at LCU.
The value of coming to LCU is priceless. I mean, you get to work around professionals who love you dearly, who love what they're doing, and to put those two together, you can't put a price on it.
I think the most valuable thing about LCU is that I'm receiving an excellent education, but I'm also being spiritually guided through that education.
If a student is on the fence about coming to LCU, this place is one that will change your life forever.
Believe, belong, be blue at Lubbock Christian University.
When you meet a St. Mary's graduate, when you meet anybody that has any sort of involvement with St. Mary's, you'll see that they're all good people. In fact, they're great people that care about the community, that care about what they do on a daily basis. And I'm proud to have had the opportunity to attend a university that cares so much about community, about students, and really does give back in a way that can't be matched around the nation.
Do you want more recognition for your team?
Who should I ask if I have any problems? How can I share my ideas?
How can you get involved and make it yours? Joining Student Athlete Advisory Committee allows your voice to be heard.
The mission of SAC is to enhance the total student athlete experience by promoting opportunity, protecting welfare, and fostering a positive image. Who is SAC?
SAC members are student athletes supporting other student athletes. SAC members vote on rules, partner with great organizations such as Make-A-Wish and Team Impact, and build pride on campus and in the community.
There are 3 different levels of SAC to get involved in. At the campus level, there are 307 Division II institutions that sponsor SAC. Each campus SAC is led by an athletic administrator and a committee made up of student athletes from a variety of athletic teams.
There are 24 Division II conferences, each with their own conference SAC. The representatives share best practices, success stories, and new ideas that can be brought back to each campus SAC.
The National SAC is made up of 1 student athlete from each of the 24 Division II conferences. These student athletes are your voice and are charged with the responsibility of relaying the overall student athlete voice for the division.
Your voice has value.
Get involved. Take ownership in your experience.
Leave a legacy.
Make it yours!
Fort Smith Lions. The Lions lead this one by 4, 36-32, Drew. And as you take a look at some of the first half numbers, what jumps off the stat page at you?
Looking at the difference in perimeter shooting, 4 for 15 for St. Edwards versus 2 out of 15 for UAFS. And one of the things that really strikes me here is the fact is that UAFS is up 36-32. They're only shooting around 28.6% from the on the arcs, but the difference is their field goal percentage almost half. It's incredible, and the thing that I'm starting to see on the defensive side, neither team is really able to create any separation and create any kind of shots.
Jose Harbor was able to run down the St. Edwards coaches as they were coming back out for the second half. Jose, what was their message in the halftime locker room?
Yeah, that's right. I was able to talk to the coach, and he just was not happy about how they ended that half. He says that offense is just too stagnant. They're giving up too many easy shots on defense. He even quoted saying that number 10 for UFAS was able to get an open 3, and then that's just ridiculous in his words. So let's see if that defense tightens up a little bit, guys.
Apparently, coach not a huge fan of Vasiljevich, but he is a fan of his team coming out and knocking down a perimeter shot right to start the game. It's Gramlich knocking down one from long range, and just like that, right out of the break, barely even get the second half started, it's a 1-point game.
And that's one of the things that I was talking about during the break, is that I feel like you're probably going to see a little more perimeter shooting out of both of these teams. neither one have been able to establish themselves inside of the paint. And so when you have those troubles, you couple that with the fact that you're in a little bit of foul trouble with a couple of your players, you're going to get your shooters out there and try to make some plays.
See if this is an offensive foul. It is. Ryan Humer says we're going the other way. That is going to be the first personal, the first team foul, the personal foul going against Seth Youngblood.
Well, he dropped the shoulder. I mean, and that's one of the things. I know that we've harped on that all tournament long, but if you see that for him, you drop the shoulder. These officials are calling offensive fouls, folks. They're going to call them.
Jolly sets a screen. St. Edwards brings it back out here. A chance to take the lead. Burton hangs in the air. His shot won't go, but he gets his own rebound. A feed to Jolly. The big man pulls the trigger and sends it through.
He had nobody on it. He was wide open. Nobody even moved to him when he got the pass. Jolly had a wide open look, and he took it.
Pardon me, it's Corey McKendry flipping by fives there. This time it's Jolly on the other end trying to answer. No, McKendry bats the ball around, and St. Edwards goes ahead and hits the brakes here. Thought they were going to go ahead and just open up the offense. Didn't think Gramlich would really stop out there on the wing. Thought he would go ahead and run on through, but instead a patient possession here for the Hilltoppers. Gramlich pops from three, no.
Questions about
it caroms off, rebound control by Kyrie Elder. He picked up a couple of first half fouls. Youngblood looking for three, too strong.
There's that perimeter shooting we were talking about.
They're definitely looking for the three, now looking for contact, no foul call. The rebound control by Ethan Gilbert, but there's an elbow and a player is down. Foul is going to be against number 21, Ethan Gilbert. The player is still down. We haven't seen anything yet to know what the call may or may not be, but slowly getting helped up is number 5, Brett Jolly. Jolly slowly walks off the floor. The officials huddled to our left, Drew, to take a look at this, maybe trying to figure out if there's an opportunity here for a flagrant one or a flagrant two. We've seen a flagrant one today.
We have seen a flagrant one, and I'm telling you what, man, I'm also watching these coaches on either side. You know, Coach Newman is over here on this side. He is absolutely lighting his team up the first 2 minutes, and it's exactly the same issues that you had in the first half. You're not creating the separation, and then when you do find your open perimeter shots, you can't make them. Both teams struggling so far, and so you have to understand that Coach Newman probably frustrated with his squad right now.
Jeff Malum and Jeff Campbell both looking at our monitor. The folks from JBM Productions handling the instant replays for the officials as well. So double duty here while they're trying to keep our live streaming coverage online at heartlandsports.org. Also all the while trying to make sure that these officials have every angle they need to make the right call.
And you can see on the monitor very briefly there, they're just trying to find out how much contact was there, if that's going to be flagrant one or two. And as you mentioned, we've already seen flagrant one today, not in this game. And now the officials are huddling, having their conversation.
Wait and see what the final decision is on this. It's a 37-36 ball game. St. Edwards has the 1-point lead, but they are looking at whether or not the St. Edwards player, that's number 21, Ethan Gilbert, committed a flagrant one or a flagrant two. The flagrant one, you're allowed to stay in a game. A flagrant two, you are done
You
for
are
the night.
gone.
Ethan Gilbert, a big part of this team, 6 points, 4 rebounds.
Here's the replay.
If I had to make a call there, you can see Gilbert turn around. It's obviously a foul, but I don't think that's any worse if they want to make the call than a flagrant one.
I don't think so. I don't think that was something that he wanted. Clearly, you certainly can't go intentional there. I mean, now the conversations are being had. It looks like it's going to be at least a flagrant one.
It is a flagrant one as the public address announcer confirms that with us. So Seth Youngblood is going to have 2 free throws here. in a one-point ball game. He makes the first. He's going to have one more, and then the Lions are going to get the ball here. We're barely 2 minutes into the second half. Youngblood just outstanding at the free throw line. 4 for 4 on the night. Now they'll get the ball underneath their own basket. So the Lions take the lead by 1 and can add to it here. Elder drives, puts it up and off the glass and in. All the way in on Corey McKendry. Kyrie Elder took it to the 6'7" post and got it to go.
The freshman was able to find the lane, make the move, and shoot the basket. That was technique, that was textbook. Those are the kinds of things that you need to build a lead when you're playing in a close game like this.
Can Gramlich find an answer for the Hilltoppers? They try to throw it down low. Taylor works on his man, gets 1 foot in the lane, spins once, spins twice, and sends it home. James Taylor with 6 points now. 3 ball, Youngblood. Seth Youngblood lights the lamp. His team's up by 4.
Mr. Automatic from beyond the arc. Cooper just dropped it off to him. He pops it, he locked it, he dropped it down. That's the tray ball, and it was pretty.
2 of 4. He's shooting 50% from downtown, and that is a number any coach could live with. Here is the unicorn, the rare 4-point play. The body contact and the 3 goes. So the 3 and 1 upcoming for Sean Watkins. The second foul called against Alex Cooper. Well, you just don't see that very often, but an intense brand of defense being played by Alex Cooper. He chased him all the way out to the perimeter. He gets the shot to go.
Watkins has scored double figures in 8 of his last 11. He knows how to put the ball in the hoop, and he gets 4 for his team right there.
The Heartland Conference theft leader with over 54. More than a couple double-doubles to Watkins' credit this year. 1-point game. Youngblood again. That's a long 2 for Seth Youngblood, and he is really heating up here in the second half.
Seth Youngblood, when he gets in his rhythm, he is, as I mentioned, Mr. Automatic. He can stop and pop from anywhere on the court, and that really creates a problem for St. Edward's defense. You can't leave him anywhere.
Gramlich for 3, misfires. The rebound trying to pull down by Taylor, but instead, Youngblood comes away with it. No-look pass down to the baseline. They bring it back out. Another no-look over to Youngblood. He splits a couple of defenders here. Look at that! Fancy, fancy pass! And a picture-perfect finish for Kyrie Elder, the freshman.
Mad respect for the Lions offense right there. That was perfect. It was fluid. It was execution. It was great.
It was a passing clinic. I haven't seen passing like that in 2 days. The Hilltopper answer to that last stanza comes from Sean Watkins as he drops 2 more down the well. That 3 ball too strong, running down his own rebound. And 1 here, look at that. Devontae Thomas, maximum effort by number 23.
Take a look at it again, just underneath. Gets that shoulder in, he didn't have control of his body. He flops, that's a defensive foul.
Jose Harbor, our sideline reporter, has found somebody to talk to in the stands. Jose, who do you have with you?
Well, just give me a second, guys. I'm making my way to her. But it's Judy Roberts. She is the grandparent of Seth Youngblood. Give me 1 second, guys. Hi, Judy. How's it going?
Jose's got to work hard. He's got to wander all around.
Yeah, I was just telling the guys I had to go through an obstacle course just to get to you. So talk to me about Seth Youngblood. He's a senior on the team. What's it like been this year watching him play his years at UFAS?
Well, it's been, it's just been what he's done since he was 4 years old. It's just been what he tried for, and he accomplished it. It's hard to watch him be a senior. but we're really proud of him.
Yeah, now, Fort Smith is only up by 4. Seth is having a pretty good game. Any tips you could give him if you were able to talk to him right now?
If I can talk to him, remember where he got his ability from and just draw on that. He's practiced every day for years, and just do what he knows what to do. Just do how he knows to do it.
All right, guys, I'll go ahead and send it back to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Jose, and thank you, Mrs. Roberts, for talking to us tonight here.
Good advice.
Ramir Burton puts it on the spin cycle, can't send it through. There's the putback for McKendry, no. Some second chance points missed that time, the ball out of bounds. It'll stay on the end with St. Edwards.
Had 2 guys in wide on the underneath, could not find the rebound. Coach Josh Newman, you can hear him and his staff rebound the ball. You've got to create those opportunities for yourself.
University of Arkansas Fort Smith still leads in the rebounding category, 25-21. That 5-point differential now down to 4. They've done that well all year. Both games they split, did Eufus and St. Edwards this season. Look at that rebound. Holy cow, Marcus Wallace wanted it more. Youngblood wants 3 more. He won't get it again, but there's a tip in. Holy cow, Devontae Thomas, Kyrie Elder, both there trying to get the putback to go. They say Devontae Thomas gets credited with the tip.
This offense is really hard to stop when they are in rhythm, and you're seeing it here.
Good answer for James Taylor now. He's got 8 points. That last basket by Devontae Thomas gives him 11 points. Now 3 players for the Lions have hit double digits in scoring so far tonight. This is only game 1 of our men's doubleheader here. Turnaround jumper goes, a pretty move. That time for Ladarius Coleman.
You know, when you've got shooters who can shoot inside, who can shoot outside, sometimes what gets lost in the shuffle is the guys with the assists. And that time, once again, the last 2 or 3 possessions we've seen on this end of the court, you have seen a passing clinic. Once again, another no-look bounce pass to get it inside. It's just a clinic going on right now in technique.
The 3rd foul now called against Marcus Wallace, his 3rd, the team's 3rd, here with 13:50 to go in the second half. Gramlich back to the line now, able to send that one all the way through. Gramlich is 2 of 3 at the free throw line tonight. Young man from Anderson High School in Austin, Texas makes them both. It's a 4-point game. They still haven't put the score on the board for that free throw. The score should be 54-50. $13:38 to go now, and this happened to us the other day
That's
too.
the second time in 2 days that we've had a thought that maybe they missed a point.
That time I'm pretty sure they did. We'll see if we don't get it all straightened out in the next media timeout. St. Edwards, pull-up jumper left short, rebound controlled by Youngblood. Seth Youngblood, 12 points, 3 rebounds. The Lions need a bucket. They turn to the young man, Ladarius Coleman, who's kind of come off the bench and knocked down 4 straight points these last couple of offensive trips for the University of Arkansas Fort Smith. James Taylor, the double team comes to that tide. Taylor misses. They alter his shot. Youngblood, another rebound. Marcus Wallace drives, kicks it out. Elder for 3, too much. Offensive rebound though, and a foul. Marcus Wallace will throw it back up. He was able to draw another foul here with 12:43. He got in to Sean Watkins.
Yeah, you can see him just jumping over the back. He may have his hands up, but you can't get over the back. That's exactly what Watkins did there.
Checking back into the ball game. Nice to see Brett Jolly come back into the game. He's the one that took the elbow to the jaw a few minutes into the second half. He's able to get back in. No worse for the wear here. Wallace crosses his man over. A sweet shot won't go, but another offensive rebound. Both teams really working hard on the offensive glass, Drew.
Absolutely they are. And you know, one of the things that we heard from Jose earlier on was you have got to be able to go in and get those rebounds. Take a look at those offensive rebounds. They're tied up 9 apiece for the game. And when you're working the glass like that, you're going to create for yourself second chance points.
Turnover though that time, another unforced error. Kyrie Elder shuffled his feet before he started his drive. St. Edward's a chance to cut into this lead. Down by 7 on the scoreboard, 56 to 49. Gramlich for 3. We're gonna go the other way, a foul away from the play. Corey McKendry picks up foul number 4, and all we did in that last women's game, Drew, was talk about foul trouble. This is the first time a player on either team has picked up a 4th.
Well, Corey McKendry got a little bit physical, and it looked like he got physical with Jolly there. He may have taken another shot to the head to Jolly, who has been beaten up in this game, but that was what that foul call was about.
Tough kid. Elder baseline, two-handed flush. The freshman freak throws it down with 2 hands.
Get that baseline, get the runner, and slam it down. That was emphatic. That was a statement.
Sean Watkins just going to walk over, hand the ball to the official, and get a timeout here. Let's look at that slam dunk one more time before the break. The high-flying freshman throws it down. An exclamation mark for the University of Arkansas Fort Smith as they lead 58 to 49.
Enough. Yeah, I'm over it.
We shouldn't need commercials to tell you we're powerful.
No thanks. Genders don't play sports. Athletes do.
It's on us to stop sexual assault. In any way that we can.
To get a friend home safe.
To never blame the victim.
It's on us.
To stand up.
To make our community safe for all.
It's on us.
It's on us to look out for each other at parties.
It's on us.
To be more than just a bystander.
To step up and say something. It's on us, all of us.
To stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Back to action here in the Heartland Conference Tournament. The biggest dunk we've seen in 2 days here in Tulsa. Thrown down by Kyrie Elder. We looked at some of the numbers during the timeout, Drew, and a couple of things that you talked about in the pregame kind of come into fruition here with points in the paint and bench points.
Absolutely, and we can discuss that right now because the University of Arkansas Fort Smith, 24 points in the paint. They've been able to dominate that versus only 2 for St. Edwards. Conversely, here's just what has kept St. Edwards in the game. 18 from behind the arc tonight versus only 9 for the University of Arkansas Fort Smith.
We got one timeout. We'll turn around and take another one. This is the largest lead of the night for the Lions. Their lead of 9. We'll be back to the UMAC in a minute.
Heartland Conference. Get in the game. Heartland Conference. Get in the game.
Defining moments. Championship dreams. Share the experience with your family and friends. The 2017 NCAA Division II Women's Basketball Championships, March 21st, 22nd, and 24th at Alumni Hall in Columbus, Ohio. Visit ncaa.com/tickets for your tickets today.
That's Topper there, the mascot for St. Edward's University. St. Edward's located in Austin, Texas, an enrollment of a little over 4,000. They joined the Heartland Conference all the way back in 1999. Going to need a big run here if they want to party like it's 1999 again, and a miss at the free throw line out of the hands for Ethan Gilbert.
I appreciated the Prince reference there, but you're absolutely right. The only thing that really St. Edwards has been able to do better than the University of Arkansas Fort Smith in this game has been beyond the arc shooting. They are getting dominated inside the paint, and when they have these opportunities to hit free throws, they have to take these opportunities. You're down by 8, and any run could put this game away.
Another free throw on the way, and that one stays true, and it goes down for Ethan Gilbert. Gilbert with 8 points and 4 rebounds in the contest. Full court pressure now by the Toppers. Alex Cooper now tries to get his offense started. Look at this, a patient move here by the senior. Now they reset. The offense runs all the way out of bounds, and they've got to bring it back in. 10 on the shot clock, 3 on the way for Thomas. It won't go, and there's Ramir Burton with the rebound. Our sideline reporter, Jose Harbor's been working hard, working both benches. What did you hear during the last time out, Jose?
Well, both coaches are very animated. UFA's coach telling his players, look, don't post up on the double. They're getting too many easy buckets. You got to rebound, and you got to watch for the trap because he feels they're getting in trouble. Last thing he told him was, don't do too much, just do what's right. The St. Edwards coach, he was very animated. He kept telling his players, like, look, the whole bench needs to wake up. We need the team to start believing like they're going to play, they're going to win. So he was yelling at his guys, no layups. Knock them down if you have to. I want nothing easy, guys.
Thank you, Jose. Lucas Dory and Brett Jolly get tied up. The ball goes to the Lions, and St. Edwards coach Andre Cook coming all the way down, trying to talk to the officials. Giving us another stop here at 10:56. It's a 7-point game. Coach Cook wanting to be heard, Drew.
Well, and he is absolutely being heard. I wanted to touch on something that Jose said as we have a shot from underneath. One of the things that he said is nothing easy, no layups, don't let them have it. Here's what that's going to create. It's going to create a lot more physicality underneath, and it'll open up the three-point shooting because you're going to force the perimeter shots.
That's a 2 if it goes. Instead, it draws nothing but air. Doria flips it back in, but the Lions take control. Youngblood with the rock, tries to break down Grambling. They send it back around the outside. Coleman wants to drive, right-handed runner, won't go. He gets his own rebound, tries the left-handed, won't go. A one-man wrecking crew, Ladarius Coleman owning the glass.
I'm looking at Andre Cook on the St. Edwards sideline, and the look of just anger, frustration right now on that bench. You see Coach Newman calm and collected right now. Well, Coach Cook conversely not happy, especially when you see things like this. Take a look, second chance, can't make it happen. He gets his own rebound again, just has it knocked away. That's twice when he's got 3 on him and he's able to get the play.
Foul called on Lucas Doria. First free throw goes through. Ladarius Coleman, the 4th player for the Lions now to reach double-figure scoring. He's got 11 and 5, make it 12 points, 5 rebounds for number 21. The lead now grows to 11. That's the largest lead of the game. Gotta have an answer. Does Gramlich have a 3? Of course he does. John Gramlich from way downtown.
John Gramlich, when you need something deep, when you need something incredible, when you need some kind of fire started, you just put it in the arms of Gramlich.
And he was even kind of fading to the side when he released that. That wasn't a catch and shoot 3. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Youngblood drives, Gramlich with the rebound. 17 points, 2 rebounds for John Gramlich. He wants another 3. No good that time. There's an offensive rebound, no. And the Lions come away with it. Ladarius Coleman working hard. Youngblood now drives, and there's a foul called. That'll result in a 1-and-1 here as Youngblood put his foot on the floor, and they went.
Well, take a look at him again. Maybe got away with a step there, as you see it here, but he's going to go to the line. That's the thing that that Coach Cook was wanting to avoid. He didn't want anything easy. Remember, he wanted people to not be able to have layups, and at that point, you're going to draw those fouls. We talked about this just a few minutes ago.
Kyrie Elder back into the game. Marcus Wallace out here at the 9:22 mark of the second half. Seth Youngblood, 12 points, make it 13. He is yet to miss at the free throw line, a perfect 6 for 6 on the night for the super senior from Roland, Oklahoma. Watkins comes back to the ball here as the clock gets close to 9. He tries to get Kyrie Elder up in the air. Instead, Gramlich drives, sees his shot hop out, a second chance, a third, and Ramir Burton is fouled as he tries to fight his way through the tall timbers.
Nothing easy. Well, that's going to go on both sides here, because you're not wanting to let them have those second chance points. But so far, with the offensive rebounds, let me pull the stats back up. I mean, they were tied up at 9 earlier.
Foul on Ladarius Coleman.
12 and 11. St. Edwards has 12. Eufus has 11. It's one of those things where you have to create those second chance opportunities. But even when you pull those rebounds down, Corey, you've got to score.
Ramir Burton with 8 points and now 9 as he and Youngblood go back and forth. Now he's 7 of 7 at the free throw line in a great battle between those two stars, two seniors, trying to lead the way for their respective teams. That ball out of bounds, out of control, and it'll go back to the Hilltoppers. Sees shaking his head, walking back up, Ladarius Coleman. I think he may have zigged when he was supposed to zag.
Just a miscommunication among the players there, looking at maybe trying to create an oop or a new opportunity there. Couldn't quite make that happen, and instead they lose possession.
An 8-point game is down to 6 as Ramir Burton goes back to the rim. Ramir Burton now with 10 points. He is only the second player on St. Edward's roster to eclipse the double-digit scoring column. Only John Gramlich has more for the Hilltoppers with 17. There's a runner through the lane that rolls around and drops for Alex Cooper. Cooper, the all-conference honorable mention, back to work here. He's got 8 points. Burton handed off, waits. There driving that time was Ethan Gilbert. We haven't seen much of Gilbert after he picked up that last foul. He's got 10 points now. He and Ramir Burton both with 10. Gramlich with 17. Lead is down to 6 for the Lions. Do they have an answer? No foul called there on the collision. Gramlich comes away with it, another golden opportunity for St. Edwards.
And Ethan Gilbert, you saw him. He had his hands up. He was right in the middle of it. He wasn't able to, he was part of that double team. St. Edwards holding true to that philosophy of nothing easy. We're going to take away the inside.
Ramir Burton doesn't need an inside shot. He can just rise and fire from wherever he is on the floor. And Coach Newman has seen enough. The man with 200 wins at Eufus is seeing his lead erode to the Hilltoppers from St. Edwards. It's a 4-point game as we continue on here on the Heartland Conference Sports Network.
Sportsmanship is defined as the conduct and attitude of participants in sports, especially when considered commendable, as in fair play, courtesy, and grace in winning or losing.
Sportsmanship is a key value found within St. Edward's University Athletic.
How do you play?
Fairness.
Honesty.
Respect.
Playing sports gives us
Character.
Friendship.
Strength. Respect the players.
Respect the coaches.
Respect the officials.
respect the game.
We are St. Edward's University.
We respect the game. It's not whether you win or lose, it's how you play the game.
Has one school in Kansas, one school in Arkansas, the University of Arkansas, Fort Smith, 3 in the state of Oklahoma, and 5 in the state of Texas. Those 5 include St. Edwards, University of Arkansas, Fort Smith. Doing battle here at the UMAC tonight, we have got a good one for you. Corey Riggs, Drew Brent, Jose Harbor The JBM production team, day 2 of the Heartland Conference tournament here in Tulsa, shaping up to be a good one. We have seen a lot of points scored in this building today. The Lions are not done scoring. Here's the highlight maker, Elder, back into the ball game. Gives way to Ladarius Coleman. He's been on a bit of a hot streak as of late. Elder with 2, with 1. He throws it up. It was not going to hit the rim. And with 1 second on the shot clock, the Lions get a gift from St. Edwards and a foul.
We saw that he hit the hardwood very, very hard. Check it again, trying to just beat the shot clock. He hits it, arms straight up. They're going to hit the foul anyway. But here was something that you said that was very interesting. You weren't going to hit that anyway. The St. Edwards defense took away that inside. This is what they were talking about in the second half. We're not going to give up anything. They couldn't find a perimeter shot they liked. They could not find anything open offensively. And they went deep into the shot clock, not being able to get their offense up and working.
Kyrie Elder with 13 points on the night. Make that 14 as he gets them both to go. Elder 6 of 8 at the free throw line tonight. He's got 14 points and 5 rebounds. The lead balloons back up to 6. Miss right at the rim for McKendry. Lions a chance to maybe run away and hide a little bit here, Drew. Up 6. Youngblood has been moving the ball really well. How about another 3? Bang from the outside for Alex Cooper.
Alex Cooper is going to be your difference maker for UAFS here in the last few minutes, not just as an offensive playmaker, but on the defensive side of the basketball.
Have a foul on the other end. It's going to go against Ladarius Coleman. Talk about Alex Cooper. Having to play, though, with 3 fouls, but as the clock continues to wind, those fouls become less important. 6 minutes to play here. If he can continue to play clean for a few minutes more. Ramir Burton knocks down another in a string of free throws tonight. Ramir Burton 7 for 7 at the line.
Well, as you come to a place in the game where defense becomes so important, you really want Alex Cooper in there because the way he plays is so quick. It's so in your face, but he's also a clean player. He's one of those guys that can get up in your grill. He can disrupt the pass, he can disrupt the shot, and he can stay with you. There's not a whole lot of guys that are going to be able to turn on him.
81% shooting tonight from the free throw line for St. Edwards. They trail by 7, 71-64. Ufus doesn't have to be in a hurry on the offensive end of the floor right now. A little sloppy there, but the ball comes back to Youngblood. 7 on the shot clock. He'll drive, duck under. That ball partially blocked by McKendry. And here come the Hilltoppers. Spin move in the middle of the floor by Ethan Gilbert. Big man showing off the handles and dropping it down.
That's exactly the kind of play that St. Edwards needed right there to get the momentum back. Now they will isolate that inside game and make them shoot from the perimeter.
Ethan Gilbert, some fancy moves by the 6'5" post. Now we've got a foul on this end. Give the foul to St. Edwards, number 3. That's Sean Watkins. That's his 3rd. That's the 10th foul on the Hilltoppers. And that means another luxury for Coach Newman and the Lions is they are in the double bonus. They get to shoot 2 the rest of the way.
Well, Coach Cook said, I don't want anything easy. I want you to take away that inside, and that may create some more fouls. Well, that's exactly what happened with Sean Watkins there. He got the blocking foul, but he didn't give away that layup. Instead, he's making them earn it from the free throw line.
Alex Cooper, 11 points. Give him another one. He missed the first free throw, makes the second. Good things continue to happen for the Lions. We saw their women's team win and advance here. Great job that time finding some room down in the low post. Corey McKendry doing battle with Brett Jolly, and McKendry got the better of it.
The battle of the big fives. It's been a great battle all night long. Still watching it here on the defensive side as well.
3 ball out of the wing, not going to go for Cooper. Last touch by the Lions. Coach Newman telling his guard, Alex Cooper, we didn't need a shot that fast. We don't need a 3 every time. We've still got the lead. The lead now, though, is just 5.
There's some really interesting individual matchups to watch here. Cooper and Watkins, Jolly and McKendry. It's really interesting down the stretch to see how these matchups play out.
How about this one-on-one battle that time between Marcus Wallace and John Gramlich? Gramlich, an air ball, uncharacteristic. for the sharpshooting guard.
And now Cooper is coming out, and he is not able to put much weight on that left leg.
Hopefully maybe just cramping up here. He has been going all out, 100% full tilt for 2 halves of basketball. We've got less than 5 minutes to go here in game 3 on a Friday in Tulsa. Youngblood checks back in. This is Marcus Wallace, tries to work off a screen. Elder, the three's not gonna go. Big time sky for McKendry. McKendry, 6'7" and a sophomore, wanted that rebound more than anybody else does. 4 points down, St. Edwards with the ball. 3 out of the corner for Gilbert is short, and a rebound for Brett Jolly now. Both the men wearing number 5 doing great jobs trying to get the rebounds for their team. There's a foul underneath. The offensive foul is going to go against the Lions, Kyrie Elder.
He drops the shoulder. You saw it right there in that replay. Drops it, whistle, blows. Look, St. Edwards has not been able to capitalize when they've had the open looks on the offensive side. You can't give them other opportunities.
Our final break, 72-68. We'll have you the frantic finish after this.
When you meet a St. Mary's graduate, when you meet anybody that has any sort of involvement with St. Mary's, you'll see that they're all good people. In fact, they're great people that care about the community, that care about what they do on a daily basis. And I'm proud to have had the opportunity to attend a university that cares so much about community, about students, and really does give back in a way that can't be matched around the nation.
At Rogers State University, we keep things personal.
It all starts here.
We make sure our graduates get the most out of their education.
RSU has campuses in Claremore, Bartlesville, and Pryor, with on-campus housing and a wide variety of programs to suit your needs.
It all starts here.
Rogers State University.
Shooting numbers for these two teams as we return to live action here at the Union Multi-Purpose Activities Center. 46% for the Lions from the University of Arkansas Fort Smith, 35% for St. Edwards, but that's not the number that you were circling, was it, Drew?
No, it's back to points in the paint. When we made a point about this earlier, the University of Arkansas Fort Smith had 24 to St. Edwards 9 since our last time out. It's 28-18. St. Edwards has crawled back into this thing because of their ability to score inside just like that.
And an and one coming for Gramlich as he's trying to make something happen for his team. It'll be a 1-point game if he makes this free throw. Jose Harbor has another sideline update.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I was listening into the timeout. The bench was, for UFIS, the bench was kind of going back and forth with each other, the players. Seems to be a little bit of a miscommunication there. Coach wants them to drive and pass, drive and pass. He kept reiterating that. And when it comes to Cooper over there, I saw him come over to the sideline, was not attended by the trainee at all, just kind of brushed him off. The all-time conference assist leader, they're going to need him down the stretch. Guys?
He's
Alex Cooper already back into this one, just needed some time to catch his breath. Their lead has eroded to 1 point. Cooper drives, gives it to Elder, and we're going the other way, and that's the second offensive foul called against Kyrie Elder.
In about 90 seconds, too, for the same thing. He did exactly the same thing he did last time. Watch him, sets, drops. Probably a little bit of a flop there as well. But see, you have to understand that when you drop that shoulder and you set that foot on the offensive side, it's going to be a charge every time.
You have to lift off. You have to lift off, and lifting off and missing a three that time was Gilbert. Youngblood, the ball basically just came right to him. Youngblood pulls up from the corner and knocks it down. When you need him, Seth Youngblood answers the bell.
That was dirty from Seth Youngblood. Up in the air, gorgeous form. Just a great shot from the young man.
Just showing you he can get his shot from anywhere. He doesn't need an arm bar to get room. He can rise and fire with the best of them. Gilbert loses it, and then he steps out of bounds. Alex Cooper tried to knock it out of his hands. They think he stepped out of bounds. We'll see here. They're going to have to go and figure out where the shot clock was.
And Coach Newman was saying, I think he had, I'm trying to read lips over here and trying to figure out what it is that Coach Newman was trying to get at. He said there was only 10. They're going to give him 12.
Close enough for government work.
Probably closer.
Sean Watkins, the trigger of the inbounds. He gets it all the way over the top to Gilbert. Gramlich, 3 ball. Nope, too much. Another big skying rebound for Devontae Thomas. Thomas, 11 points and 5 rebounds in this matchup.
Gramlich has picked a very bad time to go cold. With only about 2 minutes left, you need to be able to hit those shots.
Oh, capping the shot was McKendry. And then a putback because no one was looking. Ladarius Coleman snuck in around from the backside and put it back up and in.
What a dirty block, too, but still a great putback for Fort Smith.
Watkins finds Gramlich, and there's a reach-in foul with 2:02 to play. Foul on Seth Youngblood, his second. Both teams now in the double bonus, 10 fouls or more each way. And that's going to put John Gramlich on the line. He's only missed at the free throw line 1 time tonight. He's 4 of 5. On this first one, he misses. Here's that block again, Drew.
Just straight down, a complete denial. But then here, once again, we talked about missed opportunities as we see the second free throw. That was a missed opportunity for St. Edwards. You had a momentum build. You can grab that ball, try to take it in transition, and instead you let Eupha score anyway.
Hilltoppers trail by 4, 76-72. Under 2 minutes to go. Lions now looking for points, but they don't have to rush it. Eldon with a couple of offensive fouls here in the late going. Youngblood collides with the defender. 7 on the shot clock, 5. Look at the slice and dice move by Alex Cooper. Like a surgeon, he cuts through the defense and gets 2 more.
I said from the beginning at around the 2-minute mark, 3-minute mark, I said Cooper's going to be the difference maker, and that time he absolutely proved it. Watch him again as he moves and he just weaves his way in, creates the lane, and puts it up.
Ethan Gilbert was trying to get over there defensively, slipped and fell down, opening up the lane that time for Alex Cooper. 14 points on the night for the super senior from Dallas, Texas. 6 of 11 shooting. He's also got 3 assists. And now we see the head bobbing.
You know, if I'm Coach Cook right now, Corey, I'm frustrated. You've had some opportunities to create some opportunities in transition, to create some separation, to create some points. You have a big block that could have been a momentum shift, and instead you let Fort Smith score. You're still in this game, but you've got to take advantage of the opportunities that you afford yourself.
Well, and if I'm talking to the defenders for the University of Arkansas Fort Smith, I'm putting 2 on Gramlich right now, but then if you try and do that and you overcommit, Ramir Burton will beat you to the basket like he just did there. Burton now with 16 points and 8 rebounds, and he just took the game to a one-on-one level, and he beat the man he was going up against.
Well, it goes back to those points in the paint. Look at it from where we're looking at it now. It was 24-9 just about 10 minutes ago. 32-22 differential in favor of the University of Arkansas Fort Smith, and we've got a closer game. When it comes down to fundamentals, when it comes down to being able to score, you have to have an inside presence, and that's exactly what St. Edwards ended up having to do. The difference for St. Edwards in this last 5 to 10 minutes of this game, however, has been opportunities that they've just not taken advantage of. This is a team that should not only be tied, but probably leading off of some transition points, off of missed opportunities and momentum shifts.
The Lions, the luxury coming out of the timeout with a 4-point lead and the ball as they try to move on to semifinal Saturday here in the Heartland Conference Tournament. Look at this. Pressure defense the whole way up. Sean Watkins, stride for Marcus Wallace. They force the turnover with 1:11.
Here's your opportunity. You can't miss this one. You've got to score here if you're St. Edwards.
Don't have to have a 3, but you have to have points. Gramlich tries to come off a screen. The shot won't go. Rebound controlled by the Lions. Devontae Thomas goes up and gets another one. Youngblood fakes at the three, and they are going to just pull the e-brake here with 47 seconds. Gramlich not coming out to start the 5 count on Marcus Wallace. Instead, Wallace drives, dips the shoulder, and look at this! From out of nowhere, Ladarius Coleman flies in like Superman to save the day.
It has been like that all night. There's been backup for these UFAS Lions. They have had each other's back. Great job.
Ramir Burton gets 2 back, trying to answer on the St. Edwards end, and Andre Cook, their head coach, burns another timeout here. 18 points now for Burton. But I tell you what, I think you hit the nail on the head, Drew. Every time there's been a miss, there's been somebody there to lift them up. 13 offensive rebounds have turned into 16 second chance points tonight, and that a perfect illustration of it.
Well, when we've talked about missed opportunities, we've talked about St. Edwards. Let's talk about opportunities that you have taken advantage of. There's one right there. When you get an offensive board and you're able to make the putback right there, you still put points on the board. Once again, when you are fundamentally sound and you create those opportunities, you take advantage of those opportunities, you lead by 4 with 21.7 seconds left.
80-76, the winner of this game. Looking for an opportunity to play on Saturday here. They will take on St. Mary's. St. Mary's won in a thriller last night. The number 7 seed upending the number 2 seed, Texas A&M International by 3, 63-60. And all these coaches tell us the same thing, Drew. Once you're in an 8-team tournament, it's winner moves on, the loser goes home. You can kind of throw all the records and the splits out the window over the conference season. Everybody's playing for one day here.
Well, I mean, and no coach is ever going to say, well, yeah, this is an automatic win, or yes, this is the way it's going to be. But especially when you get into tournament time, especially when you get into the postseason, you know, it's pretty much anybody can have any day. And that's exactly what's happened yesterday.
Hilltopper, full court pressure now, but the Lions able to break it. 14 seconds. Corey McKendry will have to go ahead and commit the foul here against Ladarius Coleman.
That's a great job by the Lions that time to burn some time off the clock. They burned 7 seconds.
McKendry commits his 5th foul. His day is done with 4 points, 7 rebounds. Big number 5 for St. Edwards. Ladarius Coleman back to the line here. Young man's only taken 2 free throw opportunities tonight. He's got 16 points on 7 of 11 shooting, 8 rebounds. He has been a big contributor for the Lions tonight, but he cannot make the first free throw.
These are the points you absolutely have to get when you're in a 2-possession ball game. You're only up by 4. You have an opportunity to hit it from the charity stripe. You've got to make it.
Makes 1 of 2. The door still has a crack open here. Watkins down floor in a hurry. Outside 3 ball from James Taylor. Too much. The rebound to the Lions. And he is tackled near the St. Edwards bench with 3.7 seconds. The foul to Taylor as he let the 3 go and then grabbed him.
Well, that was a hard full contact basketball play right there. And the officials are stopped, and I think they're going to want to see it.
Well, it's these last moments of a game where things can just kind of get out of control in a hurry. This is still a game that you just never know. What was it? I was trying to think of this when we had the game earlier today. I watched highlights one night of I think it was maybe Nevada, that came from behind down 14 with less than a minute and did what most basketball fans hate, which is foul and shoot a 3, foul and shoot a 3, foul and shoot a 3. They did that though, and down like 14 in 60 seconds and came back to force overtime.
Well, the only people who didn't like that were the people who were playing Nevada. The Nevada fans were totally okay with that, and that's exactly what you have to understand here in the latter moments of the games. It's going to have to slow down. You're going to have to foul. You have to take advantage of the opportunities that you have. And so far, St. Edwards with 3.7 seconds left. It looks bleak. We could go the dumb and dumber route saying, well, there is a chance But
well, and there is, because what that call wasn't for a foul. They saw who touched it last. It's the blue team's ball. St. Edwards gets a shot here. So throw it back in, get a quick three, and maybe you've got something going.
There's Gramlich, though.
Gramlich, the miss, hits the side of the backboard, and that will do it with 0.6 seconds to play. St. Edwards' season will come to a close. They will finish with a record of 17 and 15, 9 and 10 in the Heartland Conference. But the second team from the University of Arkansas, Fort Smith, the Lions, now with a 21 and 10 record, a 14 and 5 record in the Heartland Conference, continue their season. They have a three-way split of the regular season crown, and they are not done with this one. As they win and advance here in the Heartland Conference tournament, they get the victory, and they will go on tomorrow at 7:30 to face the number 7 seed, the St. Mary's Rattlers. Here in just a moment, hopefully Jose Harbor will have our winning coach, Coach Newman, from the University of Arkansas, Fort Smith. Both teams exiting the floor. We've got one more game. We've got Rogers State and Lubbock Christian after this, but right now, our man Jose Harbor has the winning coach.
Hi guys, I'm here with Coach Newman. Coach, it was a pretty tough game. Just kind of talk about it a little bit.
It was. I mean, first of all, St. Ed's is a very good basketball team. They can really score. I mean, they shoot the three at every position. You know, I thought we kind of separated, and then we kind of got tired. And give St. Ed's a lot of credit. They didn't quit. They battled right back. It became a one-possession game. And then we made some really big plays to finish the game. But I think fatigue set in for both teams. Honestly, that's why their shots started coming up a little bit short. And thankfully, you know, we were tired too. So.
What's the next step after this game? What are you looking forward to the next round?
Yeah, well, most important is rest. You know, we got to get rest. I mean, we're going to play a very physical, tough team in St. Mary's, who beat a very good TAMU team. So we hadn't thought about it yet. Obviously, we want to enjoy this one and just get ready for the next one.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Guys, I'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Coach Newman. Thank you, Jose Harbor. 3 down, 1 to go here at the Heartland Conference, as we have the final here as St. Edwards falls to the University of Arkansas Fort Smith 81-76. Remember, stay tuned. We'll have both the winning and losing teams' press conferences after this on the Heartland Conference Sports Network.
I knew I would earn my degree from a great school. But I never imagined this experience. It's changed the way I think about my future and transformed how I see my world.
Defining moments. Championship dreams. Share the experience with your family and friends. The 2017 NCAA Division II Men's Basketball Elite 8, March 22nd, 23rd, and 25th at the Sanford Pentagon in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Visit ncaa.com/tickets for your tickets today.
At Newman University, you'll receive more than just a degree. You'll receive a degree of merit, a degree of character, a degree of difference. Learn more at newmanu.edu.
I'm getting a lot for my money here at LCU.
The value of coming to LCU is priceless. I mean, you get to work around professionals who love you dearly, who love what they're doing, and to put those two together, you can't put a price on it.
I think the most valuable thing about LCU is that I'm receiving an excellent education, but I'm also being spiritually guided through that education.
If a student is on the fence about coming to LCU, this place is one that will change your life forever.
Believe, belong, be blue at Lubbock Christian University.
We open our arms to students from around the corner and from around the world.
No matter where we're from, all Dust Devil student athletes play for the love of our sport, the love of our team, and the love of our university. If you can play here, you can play.
If you can play,
you can play.
Om du kan spela, så kan du spela.
Si můžeš hrát, můžeš hrát.
Si puedes jugar, puedes jugar.
If you can play, you can play.
I came here to get my degree at a great school. Along the way, I worked at an orphanage in India and taught school in Peru. It's changed how I look at the world and how I see my future.
Newman University in Wichita. Newman is a family that comes together to excel in the classroom and on the field. As the only private NCAA Division II university in Kansas, our student athletes are uniquely prepared for success beyond college. Newman University, empowering graduates to transform society.
Defining moments. Championship dreams. Share the experience with your family and friends. The 2017 NCAA Division II Men's Basketball Elite 8, March 22nd, 23rd, and 25th at the Sanford Pentagon in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Visit ncaa.com/tickets for your tickets today.
He is the God who sees me. He knows who I am becoming and who I will one day be. The kingdom of God. This is no small stake. With all my heart, mind, and strength, I will answer the call.
The first step to discovering the world starts by discovering who you are and who God created you to be. You have the potential to change the world by learning how to serve the world. We can show you how. Dallas Baptist University, developing servant leaders, transforming lives.
This is the you that goes beyond a bachelor's degree. This is the International U, Texas A&M International University. Learn how to take your talents further at tamiu.edu.
Whoever you are, whoever you want to be, find your future with us. We are UAFS.
The first step to discovering the world starts by discovering who you are and who God created you to be. You have the potential to change the world by learning how to serve the world. We can show you how. Dallas Baptist University, developing servant leaders, transforming lives.
Defining moments. Championship dreams. Share the experience with your family and friends. The 2017 NCAA Division II Men's Basketball Elite 8, March 22nd, 23rd, and 25th at the Sanford Pentagon in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Visit ncaa.com/tickets for your tickets today. Defining moments. Champ.
With the UA Fort Smith Lions after an 81-76 win over St. Edwards in the third quarterfinal of the Heartland Conference Men's Basketball Championships. Got head coach Josh Newman. We have Seth Youngblood and Ladarius Coleman. Coach, start us off with the comment, and then we'll get into questions.
Well, first of all, I want to tip my hat to St. Edwards. I think they're a tremendously talented team. They can score in a multitude of ways. They're a tough matchup because their 4s and 5 actually are some of their better shooters. I thought in the first half they did a great job of attacking the offensive glass, which was something that we wanted to address. So I want to obviously say that they did a great job. I thought our kids guarded. You look at it, they shot 35%, and that's a chance to win a lot of ball games. When we turn it over like we do, we give the other team a lot of chance to win the game. But we defended, and that's probably the most important thing. I thought in the second half when we were up by 10, we were going to break it away. But give St. Ed's a lot of credit. They kept fighting and fighting and made some big shots, and they executed. And we really got tired. I had to take that time out to kind of gather us, catch our breath, and then I thought we kind of, from that point forward, kind of rejuvenized our team, and we were able to finish the game. Oh, no, that's us. Whoever comes to the game tomorrow should not sit in the first 2 rows because that Wilson might find them in their forehead. I don't know. It's just us. I mean, unfortunately, we turn it over. If we don't turn it over, we're really, really good. But we have a tendency to try to make what we call home run plays. We're trying to convince our guys not to do that. But unfortunately, we do turn the ball over. We've done it all year long, and I'm waiting for that game where we don't turn it over. And when we do, that'll be our best game of the year.
Yeah, we're just taking one game at a time, really focusing on our defense because offense usually comes more often when our defense steps up. So that's what me and LA and Alex Cooper and Devontae Thomas and coach as well tell them, just pick it up on defense most of the time and our offense will start rolling.
Seth, talk about, Coach mentioned your defense tonight. Talk about the defense you guys played on John Gramlich. He scored 21 points, but it was on 6 of 19 shooting and only 4 of 14. And there were a lot of contested looks. Talk about your game plan coming in tonight to contain John, who's one of the best shooters in the conference.
Yeah, tip my hat to him. He's a great shooter, but he likes to curl a lot and get in the lane and use his body, and we try to limit that and limit his touches as well. We're shooting gaps on him all night, just trying to limit his touches, not let him curl and get in the lane and use our body to get us open space.
Let's talk about the rebounding game for you guys tonight. Out-rebounded them 45 to 30. 8 of those came from you, the team high. Talk about what you guys were able to do on the glass against them.
Man, that was a big focus point for us because that's what we do. We dominate the boards. We the number 1 rebounding team in the league, so we made sure, like, that's our backbone. Like, if we can't get something going, that we can get an offensive rebound or we can end the possession, we can just collect ourselves and go on to the next play.
Coach, talk about balance for you guys tonight on the offensive end. 5 in double figures. It was 14, 17, 16, 14, and 11. And it's real hard to stop teams like that can score with so many different guys.
You're exactly right. I mean, the strength of our team and honestly, our program has always been multiple guys that can score. And I think that's a big reason why, when you look at the All-Conference Awards, we only had 2 guys. And I believe we have a lot of guys that are those awards. You look at Ladarius today. I mean, he had 17 and 8, and he led us. Seth, 16. I mean, you're right. We had 5 guys score double digits. That's normal for us. And I think that kind of shows as well how balanced we are, how our team plays unselfish, even though we don't have a bunch of assists. Our team plays unselfish, and it's not built around 1 or 2 guys. And so we'll take that every day. This guy to my left, I can't speak enough of him. The guy to my right always gets, the publicity, and it's deliveries. What am I saying? Deservingly so. But LA, we went to him in the second half, and we made it a point to get him the basketball because we thought that would be an advantage in this game, and he absolutely came through for us late in the second half.
Yeah, talk about a couple of really big offensive putbacks there for you guys in the last couple minutes. But talk about what you saw. It seemed like kind of the backside whenever the defense was collapsing. It created some easy opportunities for you guys. You were able to get a couple really big buckets late.
exactly what it was. My teammates were attacking. I was creating space or drawing a lot of attention from getting it earlier. So once I created that opportunity for my teammates to drive, I just knew stay there. If they missing something, that's an opportunity for me to keep the possession alive or put it right back in. Go straight up like my coach tells.
Coming up in the semifinals for you guys after an upset win over Texas A&M International yesterday. Just talk about what you guys are going to have to improve and kind of what you're expecting out of the Rattlers playing for a third time this season.
Yeah, well, hopefully we don't turn it over. Hopefully we can rebound like we did today. You know, that was something we addressed. We only had 3 offensive rebounds in the first half, and I was not happy with that. St. Mary's is good. You know, at this point, you throw all records out. You throw every record out. You throw our record, their record. You throw head-to-head records out. You know, you watch the St. Mary's team beat a very good TAMU team yesterday, and they've got players in the league in Wetzel. So it's going to be tough. It's a different matchup for us. They're bigger than us. They're more physical than us. So we're going to have to play to our strengths and try to limit their strengths. But I expect an absolute war, honestly. Any time you play St. Mary's, it's going to be, you know, a physical basketball game.
Seth, last question. Talk about the experience factor for you guys going into tomorrow, making it to the tournament final last year, and really being in the tournament, high up in the tournament, late in the tournament the past few years. Just talk about the experience for you guys going forward.
Well, only 4 of us really got some experience in this conference, but we're just telling them keep their head together and don't let it get to them. Even though we beat St. Mary's twice, we swept them. TAMU swept them too, and TAMU's back at home now. So we just need to focus on what Coach tells us, the details and everything. So hopefully we'll focus in on that tonight and tomorrow and just get ready to play.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If you're the band Europe, you love a final countdown. It's what you do. If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
It's the final.
I just want you to know, so you don't think I was talking behind your back, all right? Because when I go down and there's a call that is have a problem with by Jeff, and I look down and you and him look like you're having a conversation. And I told Tony in the official about it, so you don't think I'm discussing things behind your back. I think the optics of that look terrible. When in a huge call, and I understand what I've seen. And the feeling is mutual. That's why when I look down on that. Unfortunately, Brandon, I thought you saw our 32-game season in a nutshell, to be honest with you. Good, not good enough. Mental mistakes that cost us, big shot opportunities that were there that we didn't knock down. I felt like I've watched that game, I've watched that game, and I've watched that game multiple times. We competed, we battled. I thought we had a good plan, but a few mental mistakes, it cost us. And credit Fort Smith. There was a lot of pressure on them this year. They came in ranked 4th in the nation. They struggled early, but they righted their ship. I told Josh I thought that this was the best coaching job he's done in his career, and he's a friend of mine, and I wish him well in the semifinals. That kind of goes to the job that Josh did. I mean, he put 2 experienced, terrific players on the bench, Alex Cooper and Devontae Thomas. And he changed his lineup, changed how he played, and he put 2 long-time, terrific Heartland players on the bench. So they got some pop off the bench, and particularly with those guys. So we knew that would be coming. We have been inconsistent with our bench. We rely so much on James Taylor to score, and we don't have a lot of others. Sometimes Landon Gosling, but we don't have the punch that Fort Smith does, and that was a big difference in the game.
Percentage-wise, 35% for the game shooting. Is that offense just not clicking? Defense doing a good job?
Both. We've played these guys twice and have scored 90 both times. 90 at their place and won, 90 at our place and lost. We thought this would be an up and down game. It took us. It just seemed like our rhythm was off with their switching. This is something we saw before. But when we got stagnant against their switching defenses, we kind of struggled. But we still had some shots. When we get stagnant on offense, it kind of affects us on both sides of the ball. So. They did a good job. It wasn't something that we weren't ready for, but we at times got stagnant and stood around.
Coach, you had only 8 turnovers. They had 17. However, points off turnovers were even at 16. How did that play into the outcome?
As you know, Logan, that's been our thing. We don't, we were number 1 in the nation in turnover margin last year. I think we're in the top 5 again. We don't turn it over. But we didn't capitalize on their 17. Now, not all of them were live ball turnovers, but that's something we've been really good at all year. We don't turn it over much. I think even three of those 8 were charges. We need to capitalize more. It kind of went into our C game on the offensive end.
This question for either player. John, Sean, you both played 38 minutes out of the 40. Down the stretch, does that take a toll on you at all?
I would say no. This is a big playoff game. I wouldn't want it either way. I would want to be on the court, and it's very disappointing, the outcome, but I'd want to be out there the whole time. I wasn't tired.
Yeah, I totally agree with John. I like to be out there as much as possible. Try to give our team the best chance to win. So, I don't think it took a toll on me at all.
What does it say about the program to get back to the conference tournament for a 3rd straight year?
Yeah.
Obviously not losing the quarterfinals. Is not
Yeah.
Can I take that one, Coach?
What does it say about the program, the consistency?
I like to credit the coaching staff for that. We have great guys on the coaching staff, and like you said, for 3 years we've been there. So that players rotate, but the coaches stay the same. So I like to credit the coaches for that.
I appreciate that, and he's going to be a senior with me next year. If I could just say this last comment, we had 4 years ago. I had to sit down with our director of athletics and said we're going to switch our philosophies on how we're going to recruit, and we did that with John, Ethan, and Ramir, and those guys have been with me for 4 years. You see their numbers. We've changed the reputation, the culture, how we play. I can't thank those guys enough. You're talking over 4,000 points is walking out the door, but it goes so far beyond that. The type of students, this guy to my left is already in 4 or 5 law schools. He's a terrific kid. He hasn't given me one issue in his career. Same with Ethan and Ramir. Those guys are going to be missed so much, and what they did for our program has been fantastic. They've laid the groundwork for the future and how we recruit, the type of kids we recruit, the type of culture that we have, and I appreciate those guys so much.